inspire people to register as stem cell donors. I think most people here would, are parents. I'm looking around, there's plenty of people with kids with them, and there's plenty of people who've no doubt got young kids in their family. And if one of your children or one of your family needed a blood stem cell transplant to save their lives, I've no doubt that you'd go to the ends of the earth to help them, to do the best you could for them. So when I read about Gary Stevens, his young son, Jack, when he was 3 years old and he needed a stem cell transplant to save his life. Now, unfortunately, Jack passed away 2 years ago. He couldn't find a suitable match. So I set up Blues Against Blood Cancer to try and inspire people to join the register, to explain it to people, to let people know just how easy it is. Everyone thinks it's a really difficult process, and honestly, it's really straightforward.
Just tell us then, if you want to join the stem cell register, what happens? How do you do it?
Okay, a very, very quick process to join the register now. You log on if you're between 16 and 30. You go to Anthony Nolan's website. If you're between 17 and 55, you go to DKMS's website. Now, there's some guys here today with a banner, and on their banner they've got QR codes. You can actually scan the QR code. That'll take you straight there. The banner is going to be in the ground as well today. I think it's going to be up on the screen before the match. But either way, you go on the website, you fill in a registration form, which will take 3 minutes. 3 minutes to potentially help save a life. Once you've done that, you'll be sent some swabs. Now, I explained to you on Thursday, swabs we're all aware of now. Swabs we think go up our noses and down our throats. These don't. It's a simple inside of both cheeks. 30 seconds on one cheek, 30 seconds the other. Pop it back in the post and you're done. That's it. You've put your hand up and said, if I happen to be a match for somebody, then I'll happily help save a life. The odds, just to give people an idea, that every 1,000 people that sign up, only one of you will ever go on to be a match in your life. And you'll stay on the register until your 61st birthday. Now, I don't know the science between the ages and all that, I don't understand why, but you can see just how difficult it is to find a perfect match for somebody.
Right, now this is the important bit today, because we've got a really, as you just said there, it's difficult to find a match at the best of times, but this is why we need your help. This is why I love this city, is because it doesn't matter, does it, whether you're a blue or a red. When something's needed, all that rivalry on the pitch goes out the window, and that's what we're asking for your help today. Is little baby Francis, isn't it? He is a little picture of him with his LFC scarf on the banner. I think it's over there towards my left, your right of the fan zone. He is only 3 months old and he needs an urgent stem cell match. Just tell us about little Francis. I mean, his picture is absolutely gorgeous.
It really is, despite the Liverpool scarf, but we'll excuse him now. Now, I think he's just coming up to 16 weeks old now, and he's the first child of his mum and dad, and nobody ever expects their child to come down with acute myeloid leukemia. It's a very rare, very aggressive form of blood cancer, and the only cure for Francis will be to find a stem cell transplant, a match. That match will come from a total stranger. Lots of you will be thinking, what about his mum and dad, his family, why aren't they a match? But in truth, no matter who you are, only 25% of people will find a match from a sibling or a family member. So 75% of us are relying on total strangers. Those total strangers are you, they're me, they're all of us. So if you fit within that criteria, do what we've asked. Go onto those websites. Anthony Nolan if you're 16 to 30, DKMS 17 to 55. See if you fit the criteria. If you do, get yourself registered, get your swabs, do the swabs, send them back in the post. If for any reason you can't do that, on the 16th of September at Activity for All, just in Bootle off Southport Road, before we play Arsenal that night, the family are holding an event. It's a registration event, basically. There'll be fundraisers, there'll be things going on. You can go along there, you can register in person, say hello, register, do your swabs, pop them back, and then you're done. All you've done then is put your hand up and said, if I can help, I'd love to. That's as much as you can do. The rest of the process is an absolute honour if you're ever lucky enough to be a match.
And just quickly, you have been a match, haven't you? So what happens then? Is it all relatively smooth sailing for you?
It's incredibly straightforward. Mine's 2008, on Monday, it's actually the 15th anniversary of my donation. So luckily, the donation worked. My stem cell recipient has enjoyed 15 years more life, and cured of his leukemia. I've been down, I've met his family and everything, and it's they look at you like some sort of hero, and I'm like, just a little fat fella from Liverpool. It just doesn't fit that I'm a hero. But it's such a straightforward process. It's a lot like giving blood. It takes about 4 hours, needle in one arm, the blood goes out, they take out the cells through a separating machine, needle in the other arm, the blood goes back in. It's incredibly straightforward. People think it's a really painful, but it's not. It really isn't. Have a look on the website, do your research. Honestly, find out for yourselves just how straightforward it is. I can't stress that enough. It's so easy. If it was one of yours or someone you loved, you'd be doing it. You'd be here with your banners. You'd be pestering the clubs to do everything you could. Just let today be the day that you think, do you know what, I'll have a look at that, and then see where you go from there.
Andy, thanks so much for taking the time today. And if anyone wants more information, I know you're all over social media, Blues Against Blood Cancer, so you can point, if people have got questions, not a problem, give him a follow. Give Andy a big round of applause there, because what he's doing is fantastic. Also, you'll see that picture of little baby Francis today. I don't care what scarf he's got on, do we, today? We don't care what scarf he's got on. We're going to try and help him as a city. So